Hello and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. I'm Mar2A and we're a little bit late, unfortunately. The actual authentication servers were down most of when I normally record, so this is going out a little bit late, and it's probably going to be a little bit short. Today's episode today, though, is going to be really exciting for a lot of people. And why is it going to be exciting? Well, I'm going to be looking at this as a form of an intervention, right? I've got a lot of chests around here. Some of them I really don't need. They serve no purpose. They just take up space. We're going to be fixing that. And we're going to be fixing it the only way I know how. We are just going to break all of the freaking chests. There's nothing in there I need, so we're good. I don't need my scroll. Get rid of you. Actually, let's actually get that. The rest of this stuff will break. If we need it again, I can make it. It's not really a cost at this point. Don't need any of that jazz whatsoever. Yeah, no, don't need it. So we're just gonna break the chests and let the stuff decay. It's incredibly wasteful. The only thing I need out here is the cyanide. Everything else is easy to replace. Yeah. Except for that. I don't know how I got that, so I will take it. I thought I picked up my cyanide. Pulverized silver, appetite. That's clearly cyanide. Okay. Nope, but we're just gonna let all this stuff decay. There's nothing in here I really need to save. I say that as I throw a freaking silverwood sapling on the ground. That's great. There we go. For this one, what we'll go ahead and do is we will drop these slabs and get 2 stacks of slime balls. That's all we really need for that. And the rest of this stuff can also go. My server is not going to like this. Gray bag. I really don't want to use that. Take the filing cabinets. Get rid of the die. That's a drawer controller. They're easy to make. I will keep the thaumium barrel, however, and get rid of... Get rid of the rubber. And there's nothing in here that I really need to keep, actually. Yeah, we're even going to get rid of the arrows. I just don't... Actually, you know what? These are tinkers. That might not go away. I want those 2, actually. Do I have room? Yeah. Let's go ahead and put that stuff in here real quick. We'll get the comparator and the... Okay. Alright, so we're just going to let all that stuff decay and go away. You go away. I need that graphite. I actually need that for building. You can go away. You're an electrum hammer and a... Yeah. Nothing in there I really need to take, but I just don't want to have too much more stuff on the ground. And I think the next thing up is probably going to be this thing. Oh, my nether star's in there. I don't want to lose that, so... You have a temporary reprieve since you're out of the way. But, these guys, though, they're going away. Do I have a pick on me still? Alright. So that stuff will decay. Slowly, but it will decay. For now, we will leave that and get back to it in a little. You can go in there. Slowly building up my stocks of quintuple compressed cobblestone. Why? I don't think I need it, but I'm getting it. Alright, so that's going okay. You know, we should probably tear this out today, because this really isn't doing us any good. It's, officially DOA. Actually, that's what I was thinking about. As I think I had mentioned last time, I might have actually cut it out. My reactor here, it is not working nearly as well as I had hoped, if only because the fact yellorium is not too terribly common. Um, I had originally been planning on like running my lasers to get it back, but I'm not getting enough yellorium back from it to make it worthwhile to do. And unfortunately, I'm thinking that my only real good source of power is going to be kind of expensive, and that is to make some solar flux panels. The very top tier one, which is freaking expensive, by the way, generates 4,096 RF a tick, right? This reactor over here in Optimal was doing like 2k RF a tick, right? So even though they are expensive, it is less work to keep going than this, and I think it actually might be in the end a comparable cost. I totally forgot about these chests. They gotta go too. They're not helping. They're going away. Just don't look at it. It'll be okay. Just don't look. There exists the possibility I may have actually bitten off a little more than I can chew here. If we go ahead and pull up the listing for Solar Flux. There we go. So to make, I think I might have covered this already. If I haven't, I'm sorry. To make a, well, if I have, I'm sorry. If I haven't, I'm not sorry because I'm going over it now. To make a tier 6 solar panel, this guy right here that does 4,096 RF a tick, you need 4 of the previous tier 5 panels. And to make the tier 5, you need 4 of the previous tier 4, and for the 4, you need previous tier 3, and for the 3, you need the 2, and then for the 2, you need 8 of the tier 1. So this means that for a single solar panel 4, I need 4 5s. For the 4 5s, I'm going to need a grand total of 16 of the tier 4s. For 16 of the tier 4s, I'm going to need a stack of the tier 3s. And for the tier 3s, I'm going to need 4 stacks of the tier 2s. For the total number of solar panel 1s that I'm going to need, I believe I'm going to need 32 stacks of solar panel tier 1. That is mind-bogglingly expensive. Perspective, okay, so we'll need 32 stacks of redstone dust. We will need about 160, 140 or so stacks of wood. Could be off on that. We'll need about 48 stacks of silver just to make the mirrors, and then times that by 3 for the amount of glass blocks. This might take a little bit to make, just a little bit longer than I thought it would. So for a stopgap measure, we're actually going to go ahead and make a few more Magmatic Dynamos. It's because it is not exciting, I understand, but it is something I know that it does work. And if I need to boost speed for this, I can just make more Pyrotheum. Alright. We're going to make 2 more Magmatic. So right now, they're down there. They're actually producing about 240 RF a tick apiece. So it's actually going to be a fairly good amount of power. I love those clocks. They have the best sound effects. Alright, is it a transmission coil? You aren't getting power. Why aren't you getting power? Oh yeah. You're probably not getting power because I might have moved that. So these conduits, right, they're barely doing enough. Yeah, these are the little dynamos that could, but they're not doing enough by themselves. So we have to go ahead and start the reactor with what little fuel we have in here. Alright. And then we need to very quickly make those dynamos. Alright, so transmission coil, right? Yeah, that's it. So 1, 2, and then Magmatic. That's 1, 2. Alright, so that's 2 more dynamos. We also need to make augments for these guys. What kind do we have on these? Alright, so 2 of the efficiency and then 1 of the transmission coil. Augment. Base fuel energy. So we need 2 of these guys, so we need to make 2 of those. Okay, so that's good. Okay, 2 more of those. Okay, so that's covered, and then we just need 1, well, 1 for each of these. It's a lot of transmission coils, actually. Alright, so those should be good now. There's actually a newer upgrade right here, which causes them to throttle all the way down to off without wasting any fuel. The only problem is you have to have the redstone one in there, so I would basically need to sacrifice either the secondary transmission coil or the flux linkage optimization. Alright. Oh, there's one last thing. There's one last thing we need. Did I put a conduit in here? Flux duct. No, I did not. And a bucket. No bucket in there. Buckets in here. Buckets in here. Buckets for days. I can't believe this is like episode 31 and I'm still having fuel problems. I am a terrible, terrible base designer. Okay, magma cyclic assembler. You guy. Yeah, you've actually already got those guys in there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and move. Oh, that stupid portal is loud. Let's move that up top. And just melt all that down, please. Tricks we will play to get this to work. We're going to transpose the redstone stuff into the internal buffer, and then we are going to switch it over to filling. Alright, just like this. And then fill it that way. That should be more than enough. Alright. So currently the way these are set up, it does work, though it would not be ideal for a... I really couldn't just like plop them down like extending this way, that'd be terrible. Okay, we're going to go ahead and temporarily remove power. Just temporarily. Temporario. Did that keep the augments in it? Okay, it does. That's actually really, really nice. Makes it really super duper easy for moving this stuff, actually. And they don't stack because they're different items. Well, different blocks, tile entities, whatever. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll just butt them right off the side of this line over here, which means I need to break a wall to get out. Alright, so like right here's the lava line. Alright, so far so good. I do not want you connecting to these guys. I love that you can do that. That is such a convenient way to make sure things don't cross-connect. Alright, so we got this in here. This one does not have any augments, so we'll go ahead and put one of each of these. That's going to kick it all the way up. And same thing for this one. Now, the worst case scenario, this is going to chew through my lava, but if that is the case, I can just add more pyrotheum. Because right now what's happening is this one right here is at 7 times speed, right? But the rest of them are only at 5. So the flowing pyrotheum is not nearly as good as the source block. But each of these should be doing, or being capable of doing, upwards of 240 redstone flux a tick, so that's actually pretty good. We just need to connect it back to our main power system here. And again, we don't actually need you to connect to those guys. So if we start building up power, we should actually be doing good. I realize I probably didn't have to come all the way around here. 240, 240, 240, and 240, so that's pretty good. At least for now, that'll be pretty good. As long as these as long as these crucibles don't get too terribly low, we'll be doing good. It looks like we may be okay, because I think this array could actually handle a lot more than what we're pulling out of it now. It really does help that we're just not running the transmission coil by itself, because otherwise it would not be so great for production value. But because basically what happens is this doesn't actually make it create additional fuel, it just makes the fuel quicker, but you get less energy for the lava, but these guys go a long way to giving you more, so it works out really, really nice. I think the two of those and then the secondary transmission coil is probably the sweet spot for me. We are hemorrhaging power. I bet that means the reactor turned off. Let's check this out. No, you're on. Yeah, those 4 dynamos are doing more RF per tick than that thing is right now. So why are we losing power? Where is it going to? Go down the freaking hole. Alright, so let's check something out here. How's the duct line doing here? So this is actually filling out its buffer. It's not actually going lower, so that's good. Losing power then might not be so bad, because it could just mean that the flux ducts here are getting desaturation. If that's the case, we're actually in good shape. Yeah, so this should be filling up again, right? Yeah, okay, no, we're good. We're good. The network just had to reach a saturation point. Alright, so immediate crisis has been averted. I would still like to go ahead and make the solar flux panels. The only thing is it's going to be a little bit more complicated than I thought, because we're going to need a serious amount of resources. Currently for sand, I've just been pulling it out of my system down here from processing ores and stuff. That's not going to work. I need to get a dedicated system creating sand just for it, for the amount of glass blocks I'll need. So it's, yeah, I think I'll need like 9,000 something sand, and I have just shy of 2,740, so yeah, it's special. Holy cow. Anyway, this is going to be really, really easy. We're just going to have a single igneous extruder feeding into 2 pulverizers leading to a furnace. And this is just for the purpose of making glass. If I really, really was worried, I could stockpile sand by itself, but as far as I could tell, I don't actually need sand as sand. I need sand as glass as the most. So if I need sand for crafting, I'll just grab out of here. But glass and stuff, we're making its own source. This is really, really super duper easy. Everyone can do it. Igneous extruder, pulverizer. The pulverizer will take the cobblestone down to gravel, and it has a chance of producing sand. The second one will turn the actual gravel into sand with a chance of making dust. We do not need the dust. I do not want the dust. I do not care about the dust. And as such, we are going to trash the dust. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and tell it to do secondary to the bottom, which it is doing, so that's good. Actually, let's just reset it. We want blue on the left, secondary on the bottom, and exit out the side to a furnace, and then the finished product will just be right over here in this cache. We want to make sure that this is orange. That's the other orange that we like to call blue on the left, and then orange on the right. And the reason why we have this as blue on the top is so that the sand made over here as an excess item can actually just slide on over. Alright, again, let's reset this. Blue. Secondary goes out the top, primary goes out the right. And then this is just going to eject to the right. Okay, so 1, 2, so that's enough to do a basic production thing. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more. This is a hardened frame, right? Yeah. Alright, so we got 4 and we got 5, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and get the conduit over here in the item ducts. The item ducts are really not that useful because they're only doing that, so it's really, really simple stuff. So for now, we're just stockpiling cobblestone. It's not really got enough oomph to go through it. Oh, this is not a good place to record. I need to make sure that I do this as quickly as possible. Alright. You know, if I were smart, I might have put down the ductwork first for the flux for power. Alright. So power to that, power to that. That is a full block, it doesn't really need power, so we can actually put that right there. Yeah, we could probably just set this tesseract into the wall right there. Alright, and what are you set to do? No, you need to be on main power. You are receiving energy. Alright, so now these guys will go ahead and get started going. I'm going to have to basically let these run for quite a while, or upgrade the poo out of these. This is actually a resonant furnace. I don't think I need a resonant furnace, I just had one lying around. I was originally going to put some upgrades and stuff into this, but it actually really, really increases the cost. I can't spell augment. Did a Deus Ex playthrough and I can't spell augment. It really ups the cost of energy to get these things going. Where are they? I think it's this one. So it does twice the speed, but it increases the energy used by 50%, so it's an effective increase of 3 times resto flux per tick. So it's expensive. It's very expensive. This is resonant, so we can actually have quite a few upgrades on it. I might just go ahead and do the basic one at least, because 3 times is not so bad. But this gets up to 8 and then to 20 times, so I don't want to do that much because it's kind of crazy. As it is, though, I mean, this moves as quick as its slowest bit, and the slowest bit are the pulverizers. So there's no point in augmenting this until these guys actually go faster than they do now. If the entire line ran at to twice speed, I think that'd be okay. But we have 17 here, and we need quite a bit more. We need about 9,000 and change, so we've got a bit to go yet. Bedrock, this bedrock. Yes, it's a lie. That bedrockium. There we go. That's not bad. Block of diamond, quadruple. Oh man, I can make a ton of those. And how many do we need for a drum? We need 6. So 6 blocks of diamond. Holy cow. Oh, I have a stack of diamond blocks. Okay. So I think we'll be good on this, actually. Let's go ahead and get this. Get you two. Alright, bedrockium. That's quadruple. That was not quintuple, that was triple, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, I have way more than enough. Tell you what, this is quadruple. got more than enough. Need a little bit more than that, though. So 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So that's 6 bedrocky ingots, which apparently make you kind of tired. I imagine they're very heavy. So we have that. We're going to need to make a bedrockium drum. So we need a cauldron. And we're going to need 2 of the weighted pressure plates gold. Alright, so we got that now. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how full we can get this guy. This is definitely not going to be filled up today. These things hold an absurd amount of fluid. So it's actually quite impressive if you do manage to fill them. For now, we'll go ahead and we'll put this here. Oh, we apparently have quite a bit of a backlog. Oh my. Let's go ahead and break these guys. It's already up to 60 buckets. And then we added in another. Oh wow. That's actually impressive. Alright, so those are doing good. Let's go ahead and disconnect these guys from the main pipeline. We don't want them getting any more juice in them as we go to drain them. Nor this guy. Alright. So let's just fill each of these up. It's basically going to be doing 8 at a time when we drain these, so it's not that impressive. Impressive will be draining out the existing drums that we have. Alright, so we got all those. Okay, we got those tanks. We can go ahead and just leave this, like, right here, I believe. Yeah, that should be fine. And let's pick up. We're actually wasting quite a bit of stuff that was in the pipe. Okay, that'll start filling, and then we can also fill from the side. Though for these, I think we'll need a... That was an item duct. That was not a fluid duct. We'll need a servo to pull it out. Do we have servos? No, we have filters. I may actually have servos. I have a retriever. I guess that'll work. Oh, and my cobble boost thingy. Alright, so let's go ahead and do retriever. Stop that. And we want you active all the time. Alright, and that's going to very slowly drain out. No, no, do not cross-connect. Stop that. Alright, so very slowly this is going to drain each of these out, and it's just going to fill up this guy right here. Yeah, that's a lot of mob essence. I don't think I'll ever use it, but that's a lot of it. I mean, I can use it for chunk loaders that I can't power. Woo. I can use it for fortune on the block breakers, but to be honest, it's not worth going that route. If I ever got the mining laser set up, I think I might do that, perhaps, for like diamonds and for like the infused ore, because really that would be worth it, but I mean right now it's just not worth the effort. And this system here, this is still doing great. I set this up such a long time ago. I recently found out that the auto packager here actually works as part of a sorting network from refine and relocation. If you kind of look at it, there's got that little gold-yellow outline along the corners. I never realized that, so I mean I probably could have set this up a lot easier. Probably didn't need all that. Still though, it's doing me good. Very, very good. Especially now that these are up and running again. And these fortune upgrades are not doing me any good whatsoever. I have gotten a grand total of 30 yellowite dust since starting to record, and I've been at this for probably about 2 hours now. So yeah, it's not so great. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Agrarian Skies 2. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. But I gotta get out of here. I need to wrap this up. I need to do some edits and uploads, and I'd rather have this up today late than have it up tomorrow. So I will see you next time. We'll do a little bit more work getting towards our goal of solar independence, and perhaps maybe see what the buzz is about bees. Oh god, I'm a bad person for making that joke. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry.